curveball that, which is still, it still weirds me out, is the sun band coming up from
Yeah.
Eventually didn't matter because like
The only thing that even chat reminded me of is that remember that Vamos brought Rome Fanny.
That's
So hey,
true.
anything could happen.
Anything is possible. The realm of possibilities opens up before us, but there will only be one definite answer, one definite victory. As we jump into game number 1 of our second match of the day, it's going to be Team Vamos versus Aero Esports.
excited to see how they will utilize this Khalid, which is one of the strongest heroes against the Yi Shin.
Woo! All right, Hazel, welcome to playoffs.
Oh.
Zorn is only level 1, does not have the quicksand guard.
He didn't go revitalize either, so he might be a little bit screwed here. Tries to flicker over. One last hit. Kim picks up first blood.
Almost cool.
Almost cool out there, but the fact that the Yi Shin have recovered, Hazel, really well done. And that is actually a massive win because they also forced the flicker on to this Khalid. At the cost of the Farsa getting that flicker as well, but that was a lot of EXP as well as gold that will be in favor of Kim now. When you talked about him being the carry of the stage, this is already a good start for Aero.
You know what's bad for Vamos? It would have been okay if Kim was denied of his minions when he was chasing after Zorn, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
He still got all the minions and a kill, and Hazel got an assist.
Yep.
Aero won on all fronts.
That's right. This will give them a lot of big trampoline to jump into the upcoming turtle, which generally is a target for the Yi Shin.
That damage from Zorn so high, but Kim just flies away, and now he's gonna be wailed on by 2 members. A quicksand guard is up, so he'll survive this time.
Still looking at the situation here, Kusei going up against Natko. CC, honestly, notable nerf, making it so that it's hard for you to just keep on sustaining your stack in lane, where you have to put yourself in a very dangerous position to get maximum of stacks.
Fair though, the Ruby has a 50-50 chance against the CC nowadays. You can win it by matchup. We'll see, there's a turtle fight.
Goja's already coming in from the flank. There's surroundings move in Ziki. Hazel still quite far away from the turtle, so it looks like they're just gonna give this up. Move, gonna back off.
Yep, so Aero isn't losing anyone there, and I feel like it's fine because Hazel probably understands that if he contests that, going up against a Hilda, Eve, and the Khalid might be a death sentence.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Aero, despite their lead, lead earlier, Hazel did not even attempt to go for the turtle fight, which I think is a very passive decision coming up from Aero that might bite them in the end.
Might also just because Chibi has been amazing on the turtle as well as the Lord. So I agree with you. I think they should not be showing this much respect, but hey, that's what happens.
Zorn commits the Raging Sandstorm, Feather Airstrike comes out. Zorn gonna flicker back out to safety, not able to steal the orange buff.
Saving grace for Hazel out there. But there is a significant EXP difference between the junglers that we have.
Yeah.
Chibi is level 6, Hazel is just quarter of a level after level 5. And this is a really bad sign. Yi Shin should be like constantly farming, constantly getting the neutral objectives. The fact that Chibi is popping off and then Zorn, despite dying and giving the first blood to Aero, has now recovered. This continuous cycle of the purple buff and the orange buff is not going to be favorable for Mr. Hazel.
Honestly, that's a very good analysis because I wasn't looking at the pathing here. I'm wondering, how did Hazel really lose out on that farm? Like, did Goja steal away a camp? Is that why?
Probably could be the case. And the fact that they did not contest that first turtle kind of tells me that they're not prepared for that. Because even when they attempted to go for the orange buff attempt from Vamos, Chibi was already 2 levels ahead of the Yi Shin.
Yeah, it's a weird position here, but at the very least the goal difference isn't too big, so even if they're behind on levels, they're still matching up in terms of items. Now the next turtle is going to be up. Smooth already here providing vision.
Yep. Right now, honestly, with Chibi getting the Hunter Strike as well, Vamos could actually go for an angle where they just go for the fight, because if Aero missteps, Nako and Gorgeous could potentially catch someone like
Nice
Sneaky here.
two-man taunt from ZK into the better Ezreal. I'm a fan to catches Gorgeous. Raising Sands from cancels out the backline. Kim gonna be caught. RWM catches 3 members of Aero. Zorn gonna be a little bit isolated, but here comes the Ogi Shadow Kill, dropping Kusei down to 10% HP. Smooth gonna be walking forward, forcing Nako back as well. Still no kills on either side. Zorn gonna be all healed back up, coming back through AOG, and defensively Hazel secures the turtle. Gorgeous goes down to see Kim. The conceal comes out. Kim's still alive on 1 HP. Zorn gonna go down, and it's an all-out chaos. But Aero are the ones who come out on top.
Let's talk about the good team fight coming in from Aero. They're really just playing Vamos like a violin.
Great team fight. I think that Aero just dismantled the formation coming out from Vamos, and the timing was so off from the Vamos members. They're not chaining their stuns together. They're not chaining their ultimates as well. Look at this. Aero is just positioned so well. Zord even tried to go for the backlines, but Hazel kept his ground, going for the retribution. Then massive traceless to dodge some of the spells from Vamos, and then Zord could not find the opening afterwards.
Ooh, but we jump back in this move, being completely flattened by 4 members of Vamos in bot lane. They're gonna trade for the mid-tier 1. Gorgeous is here, tries to stop them. Hazel drops low. Better Ezreal comes out. They burst Gorgeous in an instant. Aero starting to up the pressure.
Dude, this big thing's up so fast.
That kill, that death on the Gorgeous is such a bad death for Vamos, because now they will lose control of their jungle. And the Aero have been just being aggressive right now. I mean, Chibi will be able to get this purple buff, but the fact of the matter is, this Hazel Yi Sun-Shin is starting to get way stronger than the Hayabusa.
The reaction timing! The Mountain Stalker stops TB before he can even use his ult.
Dude, Aero stepped up, man. Like, they needed that break. They needed that break. Now Coach Panda coming in. By the way, it's Malaysian Panda, not Korean / Filipino Panda.
Yeah.
You know, like, dude, they just needed like 3 weeks to get back on their feet.
Yeah, and especially after not having the best first 3 minutes of the game, Aero found their footing. Hazel has been really good with his positioning, as well as the timing of his spells. The fact that he also dodged out the shadows with a pixel perfect positioning, and then utilizing the ultimate to the right moment to punish GB. What a guy.
Well, here's another turtle now being contested. A lot of trading happening. Mountain Stalker comes out. They see everything. Raging Stars from Flicker. Lands on 3! Into the I'm offended! And Aero is dismantled. 2 members down. Turtle secured by Chibi. Nako in some danger. He will probably get sacrificed. 2-for-2 trade. Chibi jumps back in. He's looking for Smooth. He's not able to find it. But at least they got the objective.
This is something that I like in Malaysia. Just because you lost doesn't mean you stop fighting. Because Vamos found an angle. And even though the goalie is still for Aero, but hey, it's something. There's still life in Vamos.
That kind of mentality is what gave Team Liquid their signature playstyle of even losing some of their players or heroes in a specific skirmish doesn't mean that they've already lost the entire fight. And Vamos have recovered so well. Sword have found the opening into the backlines against Hazel. That jump was so good. And now they have chipped down the lead for Aero. It's just 1,000 gold now.
But just not having such a good time here going up against Smooth on this Uranus. And I appreciate it because this time Smooth gets a hero that actually makes sense. And hey, he's providing a lot for the team. Despite the KDA not being that impressive, but in terms of what he's doing on stage, on the map, dude, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's classic Smooth, right? He did get shafted quite a lot in the regular season, oftentimes just having to play a very sacrificial frontline role. But when you give him a hero that can make impact, even if it's just securing space, this man will do a lot with it.
So this is all about right now setting up for the upcoming Lord, which we saw that both teams, they have ways to engage a fight as well as I would say playing around their abilities. So I feel like for Vamos and Aero, I would say the next 2 Lords will be a real test of how they play around this neutral objectives. And I think it's about who starts first.
Yeah. And speaking of comfort here for Aero, Hazel was able to put himself in a very comfortable spot. I think he already weathered the storm until now. It's
Man conceal. They're collapsing on Nako. I'm a fan comes out. You're not going to survive that even with vengeance. 5-man die from Aero. And they instantly rotate to mid, not even letting Zorn take the flank.
Good catch, and more importantly, no hesitation at all. Use all your abilities for that one kill because, yeah, why not?
They scouted where Vamos members are. They know that they can actually take this fight. And Kusei now has the ultimate back up with the flicker to go with it. So it's gonna be scary.
Gojes trying to jump on Hazel in the back. Mount Starkin comes out, undefended, pulls him into the pit. Gojes is gone! And with that, the chances of Vamos even attempting to contest this Lord.
That was small, but that was impressive. Kusei had his eyes on Hazel, making him untouchable, man.
That's right. Good positioning coming out from Kusei. Eventually takes and collects that Lord. Smooth now in a very aggressive spot because he knows that they can be more aggressive in this scenario after winning that fight. And of course, Gojes coming out from Vamos, playing the Hilda, just literally sacrificing himself for nothing of Vamos because Vamos didn't look like they were even poised to contest that Lord. Chain of mistakes from Vamos actually biting them now.
This is very interesting here, where Chibi is already doing one of the least amount of damage, only just above Zeke on the Gacha, and he built the Sky Piercer here. So, very interesting choice.
Ooh, Flicker, I'm offended on Clockhoon. The Art of Venom comes out though, they're reversing it. Better Dare Strike already cancelled in advance. Zorn gonna go down as they pick them off one by one. Notco diving his head too deep. The Lord collides with the bottom inhibitor. Another minion wave coming in mid as well. All 5 members of Aero still alive thanks to the Revitalize from Zkeep. And they're pushing against 3. The Crystal is wide open. Ogi Shadow Kill comes through. GB trying to clear as much of the minion wave as possible, but he gets taunted when he pops out and taken down. 2 members of Vamos left. Another minion wave pushing in. Better Dare Strike comes out once again. Nako and Zorn gonna respawn, but it's a bit too late. The minion's still alive, and with that, the Crystal falls.